Hello to all, welcome to Benchmark. In this particular video, I am going to discuss the multiple choice question on the topic derivatives and application of derivatives. But before we start solving the question of the derivatives, we must understand the formulas which will help us to solve the questions quickly. So let's see the basic formulas what we have under this particular chapter. The first is if y is equal to x to the power n, then what would be its derivative? That is, derivative is nothing but dy dx of y, which is equal to n into x to the power n minus 1. If y is equal to 1 to the power x upon n, 1 upon x to the power n. First of all, I need to simplify. What I need to do, I need to take x to the power n from the denominator into the numerator. So that gives me x to the power minus n. Had it been 1 upon x to the power minus n, then it comes to the numerator, it becomes x to the power n. So sign of the power changes whenever it is getting changed from denominator to the numerator. Now I have y is equal to x to the power minus n, so dy by dx is equal to minus n, whatever is the power that comes to the left hand side, and power is reduced by 1, so it minus n into x to the power minus n minus 1. Next, y is equal to e to the power x, which is also called as exponential function, so derivative remain as it is, that is e to the power x. If y is equal to log of x, then derivative is 1 upon x. Next, y is equal to a to the power x, then its derivative is a to the power x into log of a, where a is any constant. Constant means it does not contain variable. So it can be 5, it can be 7, it can be m, it can be anything. Now if y is equal to k, where k is constant, then what would be its derivative? It is 0, because it does not contain any variable x, so there won't be any change. Next is y is equal to c into f of x, where c is a scalar constant coefficient, then its derivative is c into dy dx of f of x. Fine. For example, if I have the function as y is equal to 5 times e of x, so the derivative will be 5 into dy dx of e raised to x, that is 5 into e raised to x as it is. Now moving on to the addition rule, if y is equal to u plus v and u and v are functions of x. So what I need to do is I just need to find the derivative of the individual quantities and put the plus sign in between. If I have u plus v plus w, so what it becomes? Dy dx of u plus dy dx of v plus dy dx of w and so on. So I have to find the derivative of every term separately and then insert the positive sign in between. Similarly, for the difference rule, if y is equal to u minus v and u and v are the functions of x, then the derivative is dy dx of u minus dy dx of v. Moving on to the product rule. If y is equal to u and v, and again the same thing, u and v are the functions of x or derivable function of x. So dy by dx is equal to its u into derivative of v plus v into derivative of u. Next, quotient rule. Y is equal to u upon v. So dy by dx is equal to v into derivative of u minus u into derivative of v upon v square. You can memorize this formula also in this case, numerator upon denominator. So what would be the formula? It's denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator whole divided by denominator square. Now moving on to the formulas of the application of derivatives. Cost function, so total cost function is given as total fixed cost plus total variable cost, and which is represented as c of x. And what is x? X is the total number of units produced. How do I find the average cost? It is nothing but total cost upon number of units produced. So it is c upon x. Marginal cost. So it is nothing but, I have the word marginal, it means I have to find the derivative of what? Of the word left out, that is cost. So marginal cost is nothing but derivative of the cost function, dy dx of c of x. Marginal average cost, MAC. So apart from the word marginal, the remaining words are average cost. It means I have to find the derivative of the average cost. So dy dx of AC. Revenue, total revenue is nothing but price into demand, P into D. Now average revenue is nothing but total revenue upon demand, which is nothing but in turn it is equal to price. Marginal revenue, again the same thing, I have to find the derivative of the revenue, that is dy dx of R. Profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Now moving on to the elasticity of demand, price elasticity of demand. What it is equal to minus times the derivative of demand with respect to price into price upon demand, or I can just represent it as minus P upon D into dd by dP. Now relationship between MR, AR and elasticity of demand. So MR is equal to AR into in the bracket it's 1 minus 1 upon N. So these are the basic formulas we have used. Now based on these formulas, let's discuss the MCQs. Okay, so here comes the first question. What is the derivative of log x? Derivative of log x is nothing but it's 1 upon x. It's just the formula. So what is the right answer? Right answer is A. Moving on to the next question. If y is equal to 36, then dy by dx. Students, 36 is nothing but it is constant. So what is the derivative of constant function? It is 0. Why? Because it does not contain variable x. So if it does not contain variable x, there is not going to be any change. Change is 0 and hence the derivative is equal to 0. Okay. Moving on to the next question. If y is equal to a to the power x, then dy by dx is equal to a to the power x into log of a. This is just the formula we had discussed few minutes back. Next question. Y is equal to 10 into a raised to x. So what is this particular type? This type is nothing but it's c into f of x. And if you remember the formula what I had given for this, it was nothing but c into dy dx of f of x. So it is 10 into dy dx of a raised to x. So what is the derivative of a raised to x? It is a raised to x into log of a. So what is the right answer? D is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. If y is equal to e to the power x, then dy by dx is e raised to x. Just the formula. Moving on to the next question. 2 into e raised to x. Again the same thing. It is c into f of x. So what is the derivative of c into f of x? It is c into dy dx of f of x. So it is nothing but 2 into dy dx of e raised to x, which is e raised to x. So answer C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. minus 6 e raised to x, right? So derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, and minus 6 being constant, so it is nothing but minus 6 into e raised to x, correct? Moving on to the next question. If y is equal to root of x, then dy by dx. I know many of you would have remembered this particular question, that derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. But just for the understanding purpose, what we can do it as, or we can write it as, y is equal to x to the power half. Isn't it? Root x can be written as x to the power half. So dy by dx is equal to half into dy dx of x to the power half. I'm sorry, it's just dy dx is equal to half into x to the power half minus 1. So what do I get? I get 1 by 2 into x to the power minus half. Now this minus half comes to the denominator. So it is 1 upon 2 into x to the power half, right? So x to the power half can be rewritten as 2 into root x. So this is how the derivative of root x is derived. So answer is 1 upon 2 root x. Moving on to the next question. Okay. If y is equal to u plus v, then dy by dx. Just in the formulas that we have discussed in the initial part of this video, what we had done, we had taken the derivative of every individual part and inserted plus or minus sign, whatever with the sign which is there. So in this case, I have the sign plus. So what will happen? I have to find the derivative of u, that is du by dx, then look for the plus sign and then dv by dx. Okay, so it is du by dx plus dv by dx, correct? Okay, moving on to the next question. The demand function is given, the marginal revenue. Demand function is given, but the revenue function is not given. So how do I find revenue? Revenue is equal to price into demand, which is equal to 1 plus 4d into d, right? So that gives me how much? That gives me d plus 4d square. This is revenue function. Now I have been asked to find out the marginal revenue function. So marginal revenue is nothing but d by dd of r, which is equal to 1 plus 4 into 2 is 8d, right? Now substitute the value of d is equal to 1. So what do I get? The marginal revenue as, so 1 plus 8 into 1, which is equal to 1 plus 8, which is nothing but 9. So right answer is B. Correct? Okay, moving on to the next question. Total cost function is given and you have been asked to find out the average cost. How do I find the average cost? If you remember the formula, average cost is nothing but C upon X, which is equal to every term of the cost function is divided by X. So it is X square upon X minus 5X upon X plus 100 upon X, which is nothing but X minus 5 plus 100 upon X. Now what is the value of X? X is the number of units produced, that is X is 20. So average cost is 20 minus 5 plus 100 upon 20, right? So it's 20 minus 5 plus 5 and that gives me the answer as 20. So what is the answer? Answer is C, that is it is 20. So average cost is 20. Moving on to the next question. The cost of manufacturing X toys is C is equal to 5x plus 7. What is the average cost of manufacturing? It's the same thing. What is total cost? I'm just solving this question in a different way. Total cost is equal to nothing but 5 into 10 plus 7. That is equal to how much? 57. So what is average cost? Average cost is total cost upon cost per unit. It's total cost upon number of units. So 57 upon 10, that is equal to how much? 5.7. So B is the right answer. Otherwise, what you could have done is, I could have solved in this way also. AC is equal to 5x upon x plus 7 upon x. That gives me how much? 5 plus 7 upon x. Now the value of x is how much? 10. So I would have got 5 plus 7 upon 10, which is equal to how much? 5 plus 0.7, which is equal to 5.7. So it's the same thing, right? Whatever approach that you are taking to solve MCQ, everything is fine as long as I'm getting the right answer. Moving on to the next question. The cost of manufacturing is given. What is the marginal cost? Marginal cost means I have to find the derivative of the cost. So marginal cost is equal to d by dx of 5x plus 7, which is equal to 5. So no matter what the number of units is given, I am getting the marginal cost as a constant value, which is 5. Hence the answer is A, which is equal to 5. Fine. Okay, moving on to the next question. The demand function is given. I have to find the revenue function. So how do I find the revenue function? Okay, to find total revenue, what I need? I need is the formula, that is price into demand. What I have done is I have multiplied the price, that is 3 plus 5d minus d square, with d. So what do I get? I am getting 3d plus 5d square minus d cube. Now you have been asked to find out the total revenue at d is equal to 5. Correct? So I need to substitute the value of d is equal to 5. So what do I get? It's 3 into 5 plus 5 square minus 5 cube. So 15 plus 5 cube is 125. So 125 minus 125, that gives me 0. And hence I am getting the final answer as 15. So what is the right answer? Right option is B. Correct? Okay, so next question is, total demand is given by P is equal to 10 minus D square, where P is price and the total revenue is being asked when the price is 3. Again, just in the previous question we had solved this type of question where we need to find out the total revenue using the formula. Total revenue is price into demand, right? Okay. So total revenue is price into demand, that is 10 minus d square gets multiplied with d, that gives me 10d minus d cube. At d is equal to 3 when the price is rupees 3 per unit. I'm so sorry, but no, it's okay. So 10d minus d cube, so that gives me total revenue as 10 into 3 30 minus d cube, that is 3 cube is 27, so 30 minus 27 is 3. Correct? So this is all we have in this particular video. Please stay tuned for the upcoming video on this particular topic, which I'll be uploading very soon. I'm sure you would have understood the basic concepts, what we have under the derivatives and application of derivatives. Please understand, the formulas should be very clear. If the formula is very clear with you all, if you remember the formula well, it will take not less than 30 seconds to 45 seconds to solve a particular question. You should not be wasting time on trying to recall the formula. The more time you are devoting on understanding the formula or recalling the formula, more time it is going to take for solving the question. Right? So as I keep on saying in every video, please put a comment if you have understood, like it, and if subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.